Do you know how valuable your soul is? Do you have any idea? It is more valuable than anything on this earth. Anything on this earth. There's a lot of governments who would like to own your soul if they could. God gave you the soul. And He gave you free will to decide where it goes. The devil tries to buy your soul. He tries to trick you out of your soul, manipulate you, lie to you. He'll offer you anything and everything. But as soon as you make that agreement, and as soon as you start worshiping Him on the altar, He's going to do to you like He did the rest of them. Chew them up and spit them out. Look where they're at now. Their careers are over. Just facing life imprisonment, etc., etc., etc. He didn't do them any good, and they worshipped Him at the altar. They sacrificed children. They sacrificed their own children, their own people. And look where it got them. Not anywhere. Now, their soul belongs to the devil, and they didn't get anything they were promised. It was all taken from them as soon as they did it. The devil is a master manipulator. He will lie to you. He will deceive you. He will trick you. He will put intrusive thoughts into your head. He just wants you to bow down and worship Him and say that He is your God. But then once you do it, He spits you out His mouth like you were nothing, like you meant nothing, because you never did to Him. He just wanted your soul. Now He owns it. God wants your soul too. God wants to take your hand, lead you through the trials and tribulations, help give you strength, love you through it all. And when it's all said and done, He gives you a promised land to go to, life after this life, a good life, a life that is heavenly. I mean, you can't get any better kind of life. He doesn't promise you, He doesn't promise you lies, He doesn't trick you. He does make promises, but He doesn't lie. And He sticks to those promises. He doesn't lie. He doesn't deceive you. He tells you when you choose Him, it's going to be hard. And it will probably be harder. When you choose Him, it's going to be a difficult road because the path is narrow. When you choose Him, He doesn't promise you the world. He promises to take care of you. He promises you to love you through it, to give you strength. He promises to provide for you and give you abundance. But He also tells you if you misuse that abundance, He will take it away from you. God doesn't pull any punches. He tells the truth. A lot of people don't like that. They want to hear the fairy tale that the devil tells them. Not me. I've heard fairy tales before. They never ain't really good. They never do. They just pretend they do. God is the real deal. He's the real thing. If you give Him your soul, you have everlasting love. You have everlasting life. You give the devil your soul, you have something for the moment, but as soon as it's up, as soon as that time is up, you ain't got nothing but destruction, hell. And whether it be hell here on earth, it's going to be hell after our earth too. It'll be a never-ending hell. God promises you that there will be a wonderful life after this life if you follow Him, if you try to live a righteous life, if you go by His ways. A lot of people say, oh, I don't want to go through that. I mean, He does this and He does that. And what kind of God would do this? A good God does this. He never lied to you. He never pulled punches. Yes, He told you it would be hard. Yes, He told you you would have to give things up. Yes, He told you that the old ways had to be gone and you had to come into the new ways that He offers. He never lied to you. He never pulled any punches. He never told you that you were going to get this, this, and this, and then when you're done, you're going to pull the rug out you. No, He never told you that. Well, the only thing that Satan didn't lie about was pulling the rug out from underneath you, because he don't tell you that part. He leaves that part out. But if you ain't seeing it for yourself right now, then you have eyes that are blinded and ears that are plugged and a heart that's hardened. You're brainwashed, basically. Yes, God says you have to give up the world and follow him. You have to pick up your cross and follow him. He never said it was going to be an easy road. He never once told you that it was going to be rainbows and butterflies. He told you the truth. People don't like the truth because truth don't sound fairy tale like. They like to hear the devil because it sounds fairy tale like. It makes their ears tickle. God don't tickle your ears. He feeds your soul. He nourishes it. The choice is always yours. You always have free will. You can live for now and then live in a hell for the rest of your life. And then the afterlife too. Or you can live the hard life and have him walking beside you every step of the way, giving you strength when you need it, feeding your soul the nourishment it needs to keep going, feeding your faith what it needs to keep gassed up. And then he promises you, yes, it'll be hard on this life, but your next life, I promise, will be a good life. Everlasting love, everlasting joy, everlasting beauty of heaven. You couldn't ask for more that God offers you. But you can ask for less from the devil. He will give you less, no problem. He will give you less, no problem. I don't know about you, but I'm choosing God every time, every step of the way. Even when I was of the world, it was never good. It was hard. It about tore me up and spit me out and never even offered me anything good except for my children, and that didn't come from the world. That came from God. I don't know about y'all, but I would really, really consider thinking hard about this. Really start to wonder whether you want to be in the world or you want to be of God. God is going to ask you to give things up. Be prepared. It's not going to be easy road. Be prepared. But it's going to be a lot better road than a fairy tale made up story that's going to lead you into the destruction of hell. And if your kids don't know about God, you need to give them that information. You need to tell your kids who God is, what he's about, so that they can make the right choices for their life as well. And chances are, if you're leading a good life and you're following God and leading by example, your children will follow, whether they're young or old. It's never too late. It's never too late. And by not telling your children about God, then you're in the wrong. Why would you not tell your children about the wonderful treasures of God? The wonderful life. Do you love your children enough to tell them? I sure hope so. I know I love my children enough to tell them. Whether or not they listen, that's up to them. But I know I'm getting through to them. Slowly, step by step. God is planting that. I planted the seed, and God is watering that seed. I just have to trust that he does. I hope this blesses you, and I hope you choose wisely. Have a great day.